The secret to transforming your life into finally having the life of your dreams is to start by expanding your comfort zone. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the one thing that you need to do to transform your life. The results that you currently have in your life are a combination of the habits, routines, beliefs, and identity that you currently have. And that means that those things have taken you about as far as you can go. In order to have something different or something better, you need to have different or better habits, beliefs, routines, and a better identity. So if you're feeling stuck, it's probably because you haven't expanded those things in a long time. We tend to get really comfortable with who we are, the habits and routines, and the life that we've created. And then we feel a bit stuck and a bit frustrated by the fact that things don't seem to be changing or happening for us. So the secret to actually keep pushing forward is to change those things, to change our habits, our beliefs, our identity. And the way that we do that is through identifying what our current comfort zone is and pushing through that. In order to have the results that you've never had before, you need to do things that you've never done before. Here's a little example from my own life. So I film these YouTube videos, and often that involves me going to the gym and filming my workouts. Now, I used to not be able to do that. I used to be absolutely terrified of the idea of pulling out my phone and trying to record myself. I used to watch all of these other YouTubers and just think, wow, how did they do that? They must have somebody else there helping them, or they must go in the middle of the night when nobody's there. And one day when I was at the gym, I was doing a workout and I was like, I really want to film this. I really just wish I could have the confidence to just put my phone down and do it. And I kind of looked around a little bit and made sure that nobody was watching me, and I set my phone up on the floor where nobody could really see it, and I did a set really quick, and then I picked up my phone again and stopped recording. And I just did it really, really quick. But just taking that small step helped push me outside of my comfort zone. It expanded it just that little bit that I needed, that I now have the confidence to do it again and to do it in different ways and do it better. Now it's really easy for me to just put my phone down and start recording my workouts. All of the negative things that I was worried about happening, like people making fun of me or laughing at me, pointing at me, or coming up to me and asking me why I'm recording myself or who do you think you are? None of that happened. I just realized that nobody really cared. And that gave me the confidence to do it again. So in this video today, I'm going to be going through an activity, an exercise that you guys can be doing at home to help you with this process. This is the exact process that I am currently using to help transform my life. Now, it's not an overnight process. It's not that you're going to do this one thing, you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to be a completely different person, have a completely different life, and have your dream house, dream car, all of that stuff. It's a daily practice and you have to put in the work to actually get to where you want to be. So right now, I'm in the middle of it. I haven't completely transformed my life, but there are definitely areas that, looking back on, I can see how drastically different my life is in those particular areas. And maybe by the end of the year, when I actually reflect back, I can see all of the different changes that I've made and that I actually am a different person and have a different life. So if you want to know the steps to transform your life, then keep on watching. I'm going to go through the exact process. Okay, so the overarching theme that I want you to get from this whole video is that you need to seek discomfort. So throughout your life, throughout your day, whenever you're thinking about doing something, making a choice, or having a decision, take the path of most resistance. So a lot of the times we think, oh, we're just going to take the easy path, the path of least resistance. The way to grow is to actually challenge yourself and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. So whenever you have a choice to make, you go, okay, which one of these is going to help me grow the most? Which one of these freaks me out the most? Which one am I scared of? Which one do I least want to do? And that's the thing that you should be choosing to do. All right, so I want you to grab a pen and some paper, and we're going to be doing this journal exercise together. So the first thing that you need to do is make a list of everything that's currently inside your comfort zone. Now you can just do this as a list, or you can do it in a little bubble, if you will. Sometimes that helps to actually visualize it, but everything that you currently do that's a habit, behavior, something that feels easy and comfortable and safe. So things like you take warm showers in the morning. Maybe you eat the same thing for breakfast. Maybe you drive the same route to work and you wear the same clothes, you wear the same hairstyle, the same makeup. Maybe you always order takeaway instead of packing a lunch. Maybe you always spend your afternoons after work the exact same way. Maybe you eat the same meals. So you'll find that this list will be comprised of different habits, behaviors, actions, things that you do on a daily basis, things that feel comfortable, feel safe, and that you repeat often. You might not be able to think about everything all at once right now, but just keep it open, keep it off to the side, and as something pops into your head, you can write it down. Okay, so the next part of this is to make a list or make a bubble of all of the different things that you find uncomfortable or hard or scary. or maybe even just the things that you've been putting off. For example, maybe at the gym, maybe your comfort zone is that you just walk on the treadmill, and your discomfort zone is that you avoid using the free weights because maybe that's where all the big gym guys hang out and that's a bit scary. Maybe instead of making a phone call to somebody, you tend to send an email. So if you need to pause the video here and give yourself a bit of time, you can do that and just spend some time thinking it through, writing down as many different things as you can think of. And again, you can have this page open so that if something pops up in your head in the rest of the day, then you can just come back to it and write it down. Okay, step number 3, this is really important, don't skip this step. You want to ask yourself why those things feel hard or uncomfortable or scary. This is what's going to help you to identify the limiting beliefs that you have. So for me, at the gym, I was afraid to record myself because I thought somebody would come up to me and laugh at me or point, or maybe they would try to record me recording myself, and it was basically just came down to that fear of judgment, that other people would judge me for what I was doing. So now I have my limiting belief around that behavior. I knew that I was afraid of being judged. In this section, you can also be writing down what are the fears that you think would happen. So I thought that somebody would come up and point and laugh at me. And you can write down how likely it is that that would happen. So if I did actually record myself at the gym, how likely is it that somebody would actually come up to me and point and laugh? And when you think about it, it wasn't actually that likely to happen. They might be silently judging me in their head, but I would never actually know that. Okay, the next step that we want to be doing is to create an action item. So this can either be a single task or it can be a recurring habit that you develop based off of that fear or that discomfort that you have. So let's say in your comfort zone, you've got sending emails to clients. In your discomfort zone, you've got making phone calls to clients. So then maybe one of your action items can be make one phone call instead of an email this week. Then you want to put a date to it, and you can have a little tick mark next to it, so once you've completed it, you can check it off. The last part of this is to reflect. So once you've actually done your action item and you've stepped outside of your comfort zone, you've done that big scary thing, think back on it and go, well, was it actually as big and scary as you thought it was going to be? Was it easier? And maybe you found that if you made that one phone call at the beginning of the day, it was actually easier for you to just make phone calls the rest of the day and that you weren't tempted to just send emails. You can also reflect in the sense that maybe you can push your comfort zone even further for that one task item. So maybe you feel comfortable making phone calls to somebody with a certain authority or status, but you avoid making phone calls to other people because you feel more intimidated by them. To put this in another example, so with my filming myself in the gym, currently I'm comfortable with filming myself by using my phone, putting it down somewhere, angling it on myself, recording my set, and then turning it off. But what I'm not comfortable with is using a tripod to get a better angle. I'm not comfortable with asking somebody else to film me. I'm not comfortable with talking to the camera while I'm at the gym in front of other people. So those are still ways that I can continue to push those boundaries. Okay, and that's all there is to the process. So what you want to be doing is either choosing a task to do every day, or if they're longer, more recurring things, then you can choose something each week to focus on. And at the end of the week, reflect on how you did. Maybe it felt too big and too scary and you actually have to scale it back a little bit. Sometimes if our goals are too far outside of our comfort zone, then it feels too hard to actually do it. So we need to find a good middle ground and make those slow baby steps to pushing our boundaries outwards. All right, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps support my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.